there.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the next installment of our Mastery of the Force series. Today we have the best defensive Jedi, Obi-Wan Kenobi. My favorite Jedi to use in Battlefront 2. I think I'm best with Luke, but in terms of who I prefer to play as, Obi-Wan is definitely the option. Strong defender, capable on offense, and a lot of incredible quotes. So I appreciate you guys checking out this series and hope you've been enjoying it. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you get upload alerts for all the gameplay on the channel. So let's talk about Obi-Wan's abilities. So Obi-Wan's abilities, he has his all-out push. This is just a general force push that is charged up over time. You have the standard one that is a slower draw, and then you can put a modifier on it to make it a little bit quicker, but we'll get to that when we discuss the star cards. One special thing with the all-out push, you can cut it short, hit your button again, and he will stop the force push quicker. As far as I know, it still does about the same damage output. I don't think you lose anything from cutting it off earlier, but at the same time, it's very useful. So if you have someone running up to you, you don't have the time to finish charging up the attack, you can go ahead and release it, and you'll still get your force push off. Great way to get a final kill on somebody, or just to knock them off the map if needed. And once again, just to get some distance in the middle of battle. Alright, so the next ability is the restrictive mind trick. So Obi-Wan will take away his opponent's abilities. So this keeps people from being able to heal up, being able to use their force choke or lightning attack, whatever it is, depending on who you're going against. You take away all their abilities. So you'll see the person become highlighted when the ability goes off. Normally they'll put their hand up like they're confused, and that's just part of the animation to show you that they're being mind tricked. One thing to keep in mind with the mind trick, when you take away someone's abilities, they have to be standing when you do it. I'm not sure if it was intended on the game or if it's a bug. I had a few people tell me over time because I was confused about it. But anyway, if somebody gets knocked down and they're on the ground when you do the mind trick, it doesn't work. So they can get up and start using their abilities as if nothing happened. Even if they're doing the animation where they have their hand held up to their face because they're confused, they still can do them. So you have to make sure people are standing before you do the mind trick. So I remember when I first started playing this, I would do the mind trick and I'd watch people get right back up and then do a force choke or whatever. And I'm just going livid because I'm like, I just did the mind trick. They're in the radius. I see them highlighted. Why is it not working? And that's because they were on the ground at the time I did it. But if somebody's standing or if they're in the air, works perfectly fine. Alright, so Kenobi's last ability is a defensive rush. This is a very useful ability to have. So Kenobi starts up a rush, he automatically blocks any blaster fire coming to him, and anyone that he's able to run into will take some damage. So if you're running into a saber player and they're blocking, you just have to keep running and angle yourself till you're able to get behind them, and when Kenobi hits their back, that's what will cause the damage to go off. If they're not blocking, you can just run directly into them and you'll get your attack off that way. The cool thing with the defensive rush is that you can technically get multiple hits. Normally you get at least one hit off of it, and then your second hit's going to be by swinging at the end of the ability. So you'll see Kenobi do like a little 360, he'll swing around and hit anybody in the immediate proximity. So you have to be pinpoint accurate when you're trying to do that. Now, I've had many times where it seemed like I was right there next to the person to hit them, but it wasn't close enough. So you have to be very accurate. And like I was saying, it deflects any blasters that are coming to him. It's kind of weird because I've seen it work running away from people as well, where Kenobi is still deflecting the blaster. So it's kind of weird. I wouldn't count on that working all the time. It's probably just a little buggy here and there. Any blasters coming directly at him while he's rushing forward, he'll block all of that automatically. So that's a great way to charge forward, break some of the defenses from the villain side, or to get away. You can use this to do a sprint because it's a little bit quicker than just doing your normal sprint. So it's a good way to evade, get out of some tight situations. Just be mindful when you're doing the defensive rush, you have to make sure you stay on the ground. It's kind of tricky doing it on stairs. Sometimes if Kenobi will go up and leave the floor, he'll stop the animation. I've had times where he's kept doing it even though he was technically off the ground, and I like to say he's doing the running man when that's happened. Especially if you're like, let's say you go down off of something, he'll automatically stop. So make sure if you're going to use a defensive rush, you have a good stretch of area, or you're going to stay on the surface that you're currently on. Don't try to go up or go down with it. You may accidentally lose the animation for it. Alright, so that's going to do it for Kenobi's abilities. Now let's go ahead and switch over to his star cards. Alright, so when it comes to Kenobi's star cards, these will all be useful for every game mode. I think some will be more useful for heroes versus villains and showdown, but for the most part, you can use all of these reliably for any game mode. Alright, so to start out with the star cards, we have Jedi Resilience. Kenobi gets a increase of max health regeneration to 100. Can't go wrong with using something like this. It allows you to get 100 more of your health back than you normally would. For me, I'd like to be a little more aggressive playing, and hopefully if I can get the kill, I'm going to get that health back. You get 100 health back from getting a kill anyway. You can probably invest your star cards otherwise, other fields, but nothing wrong if you want to get more regeneration back. That can definitely be useful for Hero Showdown. All right, perfect defense. This one is very interesting. So blocking lightsaber and blaster attacks drain less stamina, and you can get that to a max reduction of 40%. I would definitely recommend this. Now, for my playstyle, I'm running some other ones, and I'll explain why I have those selected that I have. But in general, that's incredible, because Kenobi is the strongest defender in the game. Between he and Vader, they're both the strongest on defense. So for Kenobi at base level is already incredibly strong and has great stamina. So the idea that you can make his stamina 40% stronger, or at least reduce the drain on it by 40%, that's going to allow him to block a lot more. Let's say you're playing heroes versus villains. You got a couple people swinging on you. You can afford to parry block some of those hits back because you're not using as much stamina. And likewise, you can tank a bunch of hits and let your enemies or let your teammates come over and help you out. I'm probably showing that clip right now where I'm in the hallway at Bespin, and I got Darth Maul, I think Kylo Ren, trying to attack me with Boba Fett shooting, and I'm just walking backwards in that hallway. Now, I'm not even using that ability, and you see how much defensive capability Kenobi has already with his stamina. So just imagine how much more you can have if you're not draining your stamina as quick. So definitely recommend this. Alright, next up we have Give It All. The all-out push has a longer base range, and this will also increase your charge up time for your force push. Not a bad idea doing this. To me, the all-out push is very slow at a base level, so to have the increased reach is helpful, but what you'll find out is people are playing way too quick, or just in general, the flow of the game is too quick to be standing there trying to charge up and attack. Now, I will say Kenobi takes a little bit of damage reduction while he's doing his force push, but at the same time, it's not worth it. This is going to go too slow. Even with the modifier, which we'll get to reduce the charge up time, it's still not worth it. It's going to take too long to get this off. Not the best investment, but at the same time, if you want more range, this is a good way to approach it. That increased range will allow you to possibly get a killing hit on someone. Allows you to target a little bit further up in the sky if you have someone jumping around or if Boba Fett's flying around. For me, it's not the best investment. I think some of these other star cards are more useful. If you want this, it's not a bad idea. Just be mindful, it is going to increase your charge up time, and we'll come back to a star card you're probably going to want to put with that. All right, next up we have Think It Over. The Restricted Minds trick goes for a longer time. Once again, this can be useful, so remember, the Restrictive Mind trick is going to take away the villain's abilities. This can keep people from being able to start up doing a force choke or doing any other ability just a little bit longer. So that can be the difference between you getting a kill off on someone before they start being more aggressive. Like we all know, facing Kylo Ren, his frenzy charges up incredibly quick. So if you have a longer mind trick going, people can't rely on those abilities like they normally would as often. And like I said, that can give you the advantage towards killing someone or making them play more defensive, depending on the situation. Not a bad idea to run this. Like I said, it's going to make people not be able to use their abilities longer, and that can be the difference. I think about all the heroes versus villains matches where, take people's abilities and they're all standing on top of each other. It can make a difference. So I would recommend it. Now, this is where things get incredibly interesting, especially after we had already talked about perfect defense. The next star card, we have Safeguard. After blocking 5 blaster shots, 2 abilities, or lightsaber attacks with the block, Obi-Wan gains a permanent reduction of 2% to all of his stamina costs to a maximum. And you see the max reduction to the stamina is 40%. That is incredible. And the key takeaway here, it doesn't take a lot to get to this threshold. 5 blaster shots, that's not a lot. That could be Boba Fett just flying towards you. You block 5 shots, you're going to go ahead and start reducing your stamina costs. If you pair Safeguard with perfect defense and you have a reduced stamina drain, and then you can reduce your maximum stamina costs, Obi-Wan's almost damn near got unlimited stamina. This allows you to be more aggressive because it's not costing you as much stamina, and likewise, in terms of being defensive, it's not going to cost you as much. You can be a defensive tank with Kenobi. How you break his stamina? When that much reduction is being done, it's incredibly difficult until he dies. Alright, now switching over to critical deflection. Blaster shots deflected by defensive rush do more damage, by 50 more damage. It doesn't show that it makes it any more accurate. Not a guarantee that it's going to deflect back at the person, so if it does hit whoever's shooting you, or maybe even a saber player that's nearby. It's going to do some more damage, but I don't know if that's the most useful thing. Now, I will say playing something like Supremacy, where you battling in the hallway and you got a bunch of droids or whoever your opponent is, that was probably going to be more useful there. You're going to have more opportunity to deflect blaster shots more accurately back at the enemies in a format like that. Heroes versus villains or showdown, I don't know if it'll be as useful, but still, it's a way to increase your damage, so that's not a bad idea. All right, so one of the first ones I have selected is More Doubts. So this one, the restrictive mind trick, has a longer range. I would definitely recommend this, and there's several reasons why. First off, the increased reach, that can stop somebody from running up to you to start up using their abilities. Many times in Heroes vs. Villains, when I've killed someone, they spawn in and they come back and they want to try to target you. If you're able to take their abilities away before they can even start it up, you're going to mess up their game plan, and then they're either going to start backtracking and give you a window to start being aggressive at them, or you can at least keep them back while you're trying to fight some other people. Having that increased reach, it's useful for that. Same time, if you see your teammates are getting ambushed, you don't have to be right on top of your opponent using the mind trick to get them confused. When you run this and you see how far the radius is, you'll plan it out so you know how far you need to get up to. Make sure everybody is standing so that the ability goes off and actually works. And then you don't have to be right on top of them. Every game mode, every situation, you can't go wrong with having increased reach on this, so you can take away someone's abilities. Alright, the next one I have selected is Forward. The defensive rush lightsaber hits deal more damage, up to 40 more points. Highly recommended. For me, this is a great way to get your final kill on someone. So you're in the midst of battling, whether it's a saber player or it's a blaster. You're battling them, you get your health down, you save that defensive rush till the end. They start trying to jump away from it, they try to roll out of it. It doesn't matter, you're able to get to them, you're going to do some additional damage. This is a great way to secure your kill. If somebody is just standing there blocking and they're just steadily walking backwards and you're able to maneuver behind them, you get that damage off, it's a great way to kill. I mean, it really is. I've done this many times. So for him to secure a kill like this, great way to do it, as opposed to trying to do your regular lightsaber swings or trying to do it through the force push when people are blocking. This is a great way to get past that for any type of opponent. And then likewise, you have to think, if you're able to get the second hit off on somebody, that's an additional bit of damage. So like we talked about earlier, let's say somebody's not blocking, start your defensive rush, you hit them once, loop around and then swing, where Kenobi does that 360 swing. That's another 40 damage on top of the base damage from the hit. So that's a great way to pair off possibly 80 points of damage off of those two hits from the defensive rush. All right, and then the last one for the star cards, we have Quick and Focus. This is the last one I have selected as well. The charge up time on the all-out push is slightly shorter by half a second, I'm guessing. There's no measurement on that, but I would say half a second. Incredibly useful. The default for the all-out push is incredibly slow. People have a day and a half to get out of it, unless they just don't see it. Just in general, it just takes too long to do it by default. So I've always found this to be useful. Whenever I took this off to try to put it on a different ability, I always regretted it and immediately turned it back on, because it just takes too long. Even if you're doing the charge up by the base number and you make Kenobi stop it quicker, still, I mean, who wants to go through all that? If you can just do your charge up, let it go naturally, and then get back into your next ability, you're good. So one pairing I was talking about earlier when we were discussing the Give It All. So if you're going to use the increased reach, knowing that your charge up is slower, then you definitely want to have Quick and Focus and reduce some of that charge up time. Alright, so if we talk about trying to combo some of Kenobi's abilities together, depending on the circumstance and the map, you can take advantage of the all-out push, knock somebody into the wall, and then start up your defensive rush. Now, of course, most people are, when they get knocked down, they're going to get up and start shifting. So you're going to make sure make sure you're really close to that person, so that in the midst of your defensive rush, it doesn't time out while that person is shifting away from your attack, or if they jump up after they got knocked over from the force push. So you have to judge that. You want to make sure you're in close quarters if you're going to try to do a combination like that. Otherwise, you're probably going to waste your defensive rush. So one pairing you can try to do to combo some attacks, you can do the mind trick and then go into your defensive rush. I think that's useful because people can't use any abilities to stop you. So let's say you're fighting someone like Vader, take away his force choke, all he can do is either swing at you or back up, and block and so forth. So that's a good time to use the defensive rush. And then likewise, you can do a similar pairing with the mind trick into the all-out push. So if you do the mind trick, some people may start jumping because they want to buy time because you took away their abilities. So if they start jumping around, obviously they can't block while they're jumping. So hit him with the all-out push. A great way to catch people off guard that way. And then, like I was saying earlier, depending on the map, you may be able to pair that into a defensive rush. Regarding Kenobi and the maps on the game, wide scale maps, smaller scale maps, medium, he'll work for anything. Oh, look at this. It looks like the Clone Wars, doesn't it? Anakin and Kenobi versus Dooku and Grievous. What a pairing. Oh, okay. Good to see you too, General.
Your master really should have taught you not to.
Good to see you too. Just going to take those abilities. Stop Don Rillington, advance, use some quickness on him. Oh, standing back there blocking is not good for your health, General. You're dead. I don't even know why you bothered. Alright, come on, Padawan. Get some revenge for that chopped off hand of yours.
Or should I say, formidable power deserves to the last.
Alright, looks like I gotta fight Darth Tyrannus. See, I didn't trust you. I thought you were about to use your lightning. That's fine. Let's go and get started. Come on, old man. You better block. You better recognize. Go ahead and use that lightning. Oh, you ain't use it. Thank you. Good deal, Kenobi. All right. Master Kenobi versus Darth Vader. What an iconic matchup.
Forever.
I guess we're going to go for this.
I find your
Hello there.
faith disturbing.
All right, Vader. Let's go then. No force choking for you yet. Gotta wait your turn. Oh, I didn't mean to shift that way. That sucks. I couldn't capitalize on it. Quite unfortunate. Alright, let me go over here so I can at least get high ground if he does the force choke. Yep. Fortunately, he missed it, but just in case it would have dropped me off up there, it would have slowed him down from getting right to me. You better block. Wait for him to stand. That's fine. Break down some of that stamina before he focuses his rage again. Not really. But it didn't do too much there.
Remember, you were warned.
Okay.
There is no ignorance.
Force choke is probably back. Oh, you gotta let that Klockwork timing. Call this shit out before it happens. We know. That's what happens when you're strong at the Force. Isn't that right, Vader? Take his abilities. You don't get to live. You're against me now. Oh, get up there. Get up there. Kenobi, jump, Kenobi. What was that, Kenobi? Why did you jump? Stop having mercy. Told y'all about having mercy out here in these Battlefront streets. That we fumbled that so bad. We gotta start it over again. Oh, come on now. What are you doing? You just try to pick me up off a force choke? Is that what that was? Hella disrespectful. Get there. Get there. Shift. Take his abilities. Wait for it. Can't block that while you're jumping. Get there again. There it is. Good deal.
Heroes, villains, and a battle station so deadly they had to build it twice. Drawn together by the tractor beam of fate for my personal amusement.
The strongest defense is a swift and decisive offense.
Teaching
Very
lessons.
wise Jedi once said, nothing happens by accident.
That's right, Anakin. That's right. All right. Who are we going to face here? See Darth Maul.
For you, not behind.
I guess if he's going to fight... Oh, he just killed Anakin. Okay. I guess I got Darth Vader then.
You will submit.
Oh, I don't think so.
That's funny. Okay, I'm watching him. You ready? Or am I fighting you? Okay, there we go.
Remember, you were warned.
Watch it. Alright, no reason to take abilities yet.
Do not oppose me.
The battle's not won yet.
Now we'll take them. See how much health we can break down. Get there. Where are you going, Vader? Oh, see, I know about that high ground. I got a good jump on it. Pushing back there. Watch the saber toss. Maybe? No? Okay.
I think not.
Take his abilities. He's probably gearing up for a force choke right there. Just take it away from him. Can we keep him back here? There he is. Oh, he's so low. I'm surprised that didn't catch. I really am. He kind of had me on the side there. I feel like that probably could have worked. Watch it. Okay. Swung through that. Wow. Interesting. Do that for the saber toss. Defensive rush. Get there, Kenobi. Back up. Alright, did he just try to ambush? Seriously?
You're welcome to surrender.
Yeah, you just tried to ambush, yeah. Don't be a little punk ass. Let me fight Vader back here. Vader has to parry block every hit because he can't do jack shit else, apparently. Alright, stamina's low, and he's running. I've never seen a Vader walk backwards so much. You're the strongest guy in the game. Why are you walking backwards so much? Damn. Where did he even go? He's got high ground. I don't know what you're talking about up here. This is so funny. I have never seen a Vader play this passive before. You're incredibly strong on this game. Why are you having to walk backwards and block endlessly? Wait, do I need to kill both of you at the same time? I mean, I will if we need to. There's gotta be something better than this. Wow.
Watch your step.
What a bunch of bums. Y'all are bums. You're both weak. Come down here and fight. You're the strongest villain in the game, and you're constantly walking backwards. One of y'all come down here and fight. Thank you. Damn. Let's go. Oh, you keep trying to do all this other iconic shit and you're walking backwards every 10 seconds. Kind of mess it up when you do that. Why'd you do your mind trick? There we go. Be aggressive. Walking backwards again.
Your life ends.
Get there. Don't jump. He's gonna focus rage. Get there. Oh, he just did it. We should be able to take this health down real quick. Take the abilities. I'm not gonna have enough time to kill Darth Maul at this rate. It took me so long to get this kill, which I still need to secure.
Army or not, you must realize you're...
Oh, he is so close. Finally. Alright, 48 seconds. Can I kill Darth Maul? Let me see if I can get this done. What a bitch, he's running away! Look at this! Why are you running away? Really? All that just to try to do a force toss? Are you serious? You interfered 3 times in that last battle and then you can't, like, really? You can't just run over here and fight? 20 seconds. Can I get this done? He's running again. Come on back over here. Die like a man, Darth Maul. Okay, just took his abilities, that's fine. I'm not gonna have enough time. Wow. Jump over him. They won because of the health? Are you serious? Are you serious? Alright, Kenobi, let's get to it.
The Wampas will eat well.
Oh, thank you, Yoda.
Form up the back attack.
I wish you would have waited for us to get closer to the villains, but that's fine. Take some abilities, and I guess I was a little too slow to start it up. Alright, Kylo, I guess we'll fight you first. Okay. I love how I shifted back and then went back forward. That was interesting. Watch it. Whoa. Alright, he just tried to frenzy. Step up, Kenobi. Step up. Get your kill. Or just sacrifice the kill to Han, I guess. I don't know why I didn't get that kill. Back up. We gotta wait for him to stand before we use our mind trick. Now he can't frenzy just yet. Just gotta make sure we land our hits. Jump. Alright, watch it. Jump past him. Shift. Get over here. Defensive rush. Where'd he go? There he is. Nice. Right, got behind him.
Shouldn't you be off babysitting Boba Fett or something?
Signature's locked.
Dang. Wait, didn't he just say you should be off babysitting? Oh, I think he's talking to Boss. I think that's what that was. And that's why you need to have Jango Fett on here. Oh, Phantom Menace. Just go ahead and do that to start. Get a couple hits, force push, catch him on the defensive rush. Thank you, Darth Maul. Take his abilities before he does a force choke. Defensive rush, let's see if we can get this a little bit too far off on that. Alright, I think I hit the blaster foe back there. Whoa. Alright, game, being a little buggy. That was kind of buggy. Let's just deflect some of that back to her. Who's behind me? Sounds like somebody got behind me there for a second. Alright, let's push her back this way. I was hoping she would have went back further. Take her ability so she can't heal. Defensive rush, and we don't need it. Teammates took care of it. Is that right? Is that a red lightsaber I see? Not playing, is he? Oh, I tried to shift back in time. It didn't work out. Oh, that's not good. Got a cluster going on back here. Wow.
I feel bad.
Let's keep him back. Take their abilities. See if we can catch up to Palps. And we got to block for a little bit. Watch some of that lightning damage. Let's angle that here. Okay, I got to Palpatine. Let's see if I can get a kill on him now. Oh, where you going, Palps? Where are you going? You don't get to leave? Whoa, Vader. Wow. Okay. Pick his abilities. Jump over him. Alright, still got the hit off. Low on stamina if I can take it to my advantage. He just focus his rage up. Good hit. Ah, that would have killed him if that landed. Keep him in the corner. Gotta be out of stamina here. Hey, just good defense, I guess. Palpatine, get out of here. You should have thought about it.
There is no chaos, there is harmony.
Yeah, now that Palpatine's dead, you're absolutely right. There is no chaos, only harmony. How appropriate. Oh, Vader.
Watch your steps.
Take that. Okay. Land this hit. Tried it. Watch it. There's a force choke. Wait for it. Alright, we got Blaster coming over. Okay, we got Kylo over here too. I don't feel as bad. Ah, dang it, I got stuck. Defensive rush. Vader's nearly dead. Pick his abilities. He's gonna kill him that way.
Hyper slays the competition.
Force push. Where's Kylo? I thought I just heard him behind me. Oh, there's Kylo. I see him now. Alright, caught Vader with the tail end of the defensive rush. Take his abilities. See if we can get this kill. Watch it, Kenobi. Oh, that controller's a clicking. I know y'all hear it. Here it is. That's how you get a final kill. Beautiful.
Climax, as Obi-Wan Kenobi proves once more why triumph is his specialty.
Alright, so that's going to do it for this installment of the Mastery 4 series. Hope you guys have enjoyed and learned a lot about Kenobi and are ready to go out and dominate on the battlefront. I'll post a poll probably tomorrow so we can start discussing who's going to be next. We're down to the final four. We've got Kylo Ren and Darth Sidious for the dark side, and we've got Master Yoda and Rey on the light side. So we'll see who gets picked next, but appreciate all the support with this and hope you enjoyed. Hit that like button and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon so you get upload alerts for all the gameplay on the channel, and I'll see you guys next Friday.